قال تزرعون 7 سنين دأبا فما حصدتم فذروه في سنبله إلا قليلا مما تأكلون.
Yusuf replied, "You will plant grains for 7 consecutive years, leaving in the ear what you will harvest, except for the little you will eat." As we know, in a few verses before, it tells us about the Egyptian king who had a dream about 7 fat cows eaten by 7 lean ones. Then in his dream, he saw 7 green grain stalks and 7 dry ones. After a consultation with Prophet Yusuf, he interpreted the king's dream that there will be 7 years of cultivation followed by 7 years of drought.
From this verse, we have highlighted a number of issues to be discussed. The first one being financial management and the next one being food preservation. Why is financial management important? There are a lot of reasons as to why financial management is crucial in our everyday lives. One of them is to ensure that our financial needs are fulfilled. Next, they help us in increasing our standard of living, and so on. As a whole, financial management helps us in budgeting our income. Budgeting helps in planning our income, where our money should be spent, how much income should be saved, and how much should be invested. The savings and investments that are made will surely help us in dire times. These are the needs for financial management.
Moving on, we have food preservation. Food preservation and financial management are closely related as the cycle keeps going around. In the age of prophets, Yusuf suggested that the grain should only be removed from its stem when in need of consumption. A research shows that the grain that are stored with the stems did not undergo any slight change of mound in terms of content and growth, but only have a slight loss of water content. Compared with the grains that have been removed from the stems, the content rate decreased by 20% for the first year and 32% for the following years.
There are some foods that use the same preservation techniques from the age of the Prophet. Dates use the same technique as the grain. For bread, it is baked to remove water and kill germs with heat, while meat is heated until boiled and immediately cooled afterwards. There are 3 main ways in terms of technologies to preserve food. First one is thermal food preservation, such as smoking, baking, and pasteurization. The heat used to remove excess water and kill germs contained in the foods. Other than that, preservation of foods using natural antimicrobial and acids such as pickling and salting. Microorganisms plays an important role in help preserving the food. The final one is non-thermal food preservation, such as freezing, drying, and vacuum. Food will last longer by cold plasma, high hydrostatic pressure, microwave, and more.
Nowadays, GM technologies has taken over the world massively. It has been estimated that output of 75% of processed food on supermarket shelves, from soda to soup, crackers to condiments, contain genetically engineered ingredients. Besides, estimated that in the year of 2050, our planet will experience a shortage of food sources. This technology could help the food last longer, although there are some issues about people doubting the safety and the nutrient content of the foods. Some people have expressed concern about GM foods, such as the creation of foods that can cause an allergic or toxic reaction. These concerns have thus far been unfounded. None of this GM food used today have caused any of these problems. For example, the US Food and Drug Administration assesses all GM foods to make sure they are safe before allowing them to be sold. In addition to the FDA, the US Environmental Protection Agency and the US Department of Agriculture regulate bioengineered plants and animals. They assesses the safety of GM foods to humans, animals, plants, and the environment.
Even so, there are unlimited possibilities of what might happen. Therefore, we always need to be careful.